What's good, Daniel Hayes? What's good, famo? Man, just working on this little cover art real quick. Hey, what's good, Yoga Yayo or Yoga Yo-Yo? What's good? What's good? Subscribe if you're new, fam. Subscribe. Man, life's been good, bro. Life's been good. Can't complain, bro. GTA San Andreas. Hey, I hope you're having a good time playing them games, fam. For real, real talk. We just gotta edit this. Trying to edit this real quick before we get any further. What's good? What's everybody been on? What's everybody been up to? Hopefully everybody's good. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Here we go. That's what I was waiting for. So hopefully I got a changed thumbnail for the live. Hopefully that draws more attention. But man, yeah, man, life's been all right, man. How's life been treating you? Hopefully life's been treating you good. You been working? Hell yeah, man. That's what I need to hurry up and do, man, and stop sitting around here and talking all day, right? Nah, trying to make this into a job. But yeah, bro. Glad everything's been good for you. I dropped a lot. I dropped a lot more music, bro. I'm still working on this country as well. Country album is like putting the last little touches on it, and then it's done. Getting that out the way. But what's good? Anybody new here? Please subscribe. My name is I Am Dex. I Am Dex TV. I got so much content just for you. Just waiting for y'all. Just waiting for y'all. A lot of content. Let me make this a little adjustment. There we go. There we go. Better now, right? Trying to buy a truck. Hey, shout out to the wrench gang, man. Shout out to everybody doing their thing in the wrench gang, man. Doing their thing. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you get that truck one day, man. I really hope so. For real, man. I just want everybody to be successful that's on here. For real, real talk. Everybody's successful. That's gonna make me I can sleep well at the end of the day, for real. But what's up, man? What's new? What's been going on? See all this stuff with academics. Academics always getting out the hey, but man, let me know if you want me to get into that surprise witness, because we got more on that Mr. B situation. Well, she has a lot more on that Mr. B situation, and nobody's really talking about it. Was it 3 hours ago? Might have been 3 hours ago.
If you've been waiting to apply for disability benefits,
I haven't.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm a lawyer at Atticus.
Working close with Mr. Beast that he's hiring PIs to investigate those.
With over 50.
So those who don't know, Mr. Beast was actually hired well-known documented ex-offenders, if you know what I mean. Scrambled eggs is really fried chicken? What? I never thought of it like that, bro. Bro dollars. You freaking hit it right on the head, man.
Years in the
no,
industry.
we're gonna review some that Surprise Witness TV.
ranching spirit runs through each one of us. With
So,
offender on. Hello, everybody. You might have heard that.
all right. So what we're about to get into again is Mr. Beast hiring these well-known registered offenders, if you get my drift, and him not caring, even though their main demographic is for kids. So what we're gonna get into is that surprise witness has a whole story on this that nobody's covering. So this is like a get it here first, and we're gonna watch this, and she's gonna break it down for
Hello,
y'all.
everybody. You might have heard that there was a convicted child, you know what, offender on Mr. Beast's staff. And girl, come to find out, he was a manager and he was there early on and all kind of stuff. And also, if you watch my video yesterday, come to find out that convicted, you know what, is a family member of another former Mr. Beast employee. That other former
That's
Mr.
good,
Beast
cuz.
employee was named Jake the Viking. Franklin is his last name. And girl, come to find out. And this, like I said yesterday in the video, this was all public record. So it wasn't like I found some type of proprietary information. I mean, I'm sure, like I said in the video yesterday, because I just started following this story. I know Jake the Viking from Adam until a couple days ago. So it did not come as a surprise to me that other people of the 300 million subscribers to that channel had heard about this before and it had been addressed before. So, like I said in my video yesterday, I assumed that other people had found some of this information out. It's really only been the last 2 weeks that Jimmy James, Mr. Beast Donaldson has even been on my radar. So when I say in a video, I haven't seen anybody talking about this, it means literally exactly that. I'm not saying nobody is talking about it, nobody has talked about it. When I say I haven't seen anybody talking about it, it means I've watched a collection of videos, and in those videos, I haven't seen anybody talking about it. Okay. When I say that, it's just to point to y'all's attention that I haven't seen anyone talking about this, and I came across it in another way. Like, for example, in a video where they admit that they're brother-in-laws, or in another video where they admit that they're brother-in-laws that I haven't seen anybody talking about. These videos have millions of views, so I'm sure that there have been many, many people talking about this over the years. So I just want to be very clear. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I got the proprietary tea here. I don't. I'm just looking at the public record and doing a little commentary. Okay. Well, not to bury the lead or anything, but Jake the Viking Franklin, he has now come out and addressed the situation about the
This is a
brother-in-law.
former
Now
employee
remember,
of
Jake the
Mr. Beast.
Viking was a former Mr. Beast employee, but also has been highly critical of Mr. Beast, the Enterprise, and of Ava Chris Tyson and the allegations against Ava Chris. So the Viking has been highly vocal on Twitter about this scandal or incident. I mean, I hesitate to call it a scandal. It seems like it's allegations of criminal activity, but he's been very vocal. He's been very critical. Okay. And a big part of what he's been critical about are the allegations and, frankly, the receipts against Ava Chris having to do with the contacts with minors and the inappropriate conversations with them. And, you know, inappropriate actions
This
with
is all going
people
on at
who are
Mr.
under the
Beast's
age of majority,
compound.
as it were. Well, this led a lot of people to start asking Jake the Viking, well, what about your brother-in-law, actually? And there's even this, I'll put it up here right now, this purported tweet from Ava Chris that seems to be implying that there were family members of people who were being protected, and you can know people by the company they keep. Now, y'all, there's a whole entire side plot about knowing people by the company they keep and Ava Chris. Well, I guess Jake the Viking Franklin, he just couldn't take it anymore, because right at exactly the same moment that my video was premiering about all these allegations about his brother-in-law and the registry and the offender and Jake the Viking was tweeting. He was tweeting his response and he was posting it. Without further ado, let's see what Jake the Viking Franklin has to say for himself and his brother-in-law. Now, if I'm Jake the Viking's PR consultant or his PR manager, what I'm telling Jake the Viking is to just shut the hell up. I'm telling him, don't tweet about it, don't mention it, don't acknowledge it. Unless you're, you know, under penalty of perjury or something and you're subpoenaed and you have to answer this, just don't answer it. If you're going to make a public statement at all, you definitely shouldn't make a public statement defending the person. And that's exactly what just happened. Let's read it. He says, here's the truth. Okay, we're waiting for the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. So they're still kind of protecting him by calling him Delaware. His name is Charles Robert Jefferson.
This is the guy that works
whenever
for
he
Mr.
puts
Beast.
Delaware in here, he's talking about Charles Robert Jefferson. Yes, Charles Robert Jefferson is my brother-in-law. He is a registered S offender. When he was 21, A 16-year-old girl. I don't know why we needed to know these ages. It's almost like deliberate.
Hey cat, can you work on a comment where it says we're watching that surprise witness TV, and we're getting into like the Mr. Beast situation. That way, could you write one of those? That would be freaking dope, cuz if you could, that way I can pin the comment. That way, yeah, just be like we're the Mr. Beast situation review or something like that. I don't know. Like I don't know, you know how to do it.
Objectification. It's almost deliberate because it's almost making it look like something happened whenever his friend was 21 and the girl was merely 16. But that's not what happened. It's a little bit tricky if you ask me. What happened was she was 11. Let me pull up the receipt. She was 11. He was 16. Okay. So remember back in your life when you were 16, maybe you had
What's
a
up,
little
Mr.
brother,
Shadow?
maybe you had a little sister. Right? Maybe you had a little cousin. Maybe your aunt and uncle had a baby or something that was 5 years younger than you, but you were 16. You were maybe a junior in high school. Maybe you were applying to college. Maybe you were taking the SAT, the ACT. Maybe you were shopping for your prom dress. Okay. Maybe you're doing something like that. And now I want you to remember when you were 16, what an 11-year-old
Looks like.
child. Most people hadn't started by 11 years old, girl. I mean, he was 16.
So this guy that worked with Mr. Beast, this guy Daniel, well, they call him Delaware. This guy had relations with an 11-year-old girl when he was 16, but he didn't get indicted till 4 or 5 years later. So this happened in 2004, but he didn't get indicted till 2010. She didn't come to the like cops or whatever. So that's what this is.
You know, like varsity football age, and she wasn't old enough to be in middle school. So, I mean, girl, so there I fixed it, Jake. Okay, but he says when he was 21, when Charles Robert Jefferson was the RSO, the offender, the pled guilty to doing this. He pled guilty. He said, yes, I am guilty. Yes, I understand my rights. Yes, I understand I'm entitled to a trial. I'm guilty. He pled guilty to this charge. What is the charge? R in the 4th degree, intercourse with a 7-year-old. He pled guilty to that. Okay. So look how this fool, this buffoon, is on Twitter trying to frame that after he's been talking about Jimmy New. Woo, sir. Yes, Charles Robert Jefferson is my brother.
What's somebody to go to bat for?
He is a registered offender. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of SA when she was 11. Okay. So she accused people when she was 11. Who were the and others? I did look for the case. I looked for the documents and I can't find them. I think they got them hidden. I sure do. Now, what's really alarming is it looks like they're trying to get this record expunged, which means that none of us are going to be able to tell it exists anymore, which I think is abhorrent. Charles took a plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. So that tells me that they were telling him, we have evidence. You're going to go to prison. So we can skip all this. You can plead guilty and you cannot go to prison because you know what happens to you know what's in prison. So he took this plea deal. Now, a lot of people say, well, that means he's guilty. Well, that means he's, innocent and he didn't want to get he pled guilty.
Bro, he straight up admitted. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Admitted guilt. That is what.
Bro, he straight up said to everybody, like, I know what I did. Like, you.
What a plea deal means. He admitted 11-year-old. Okay. Then he talks about his nickname. I don't care. Okay. He was hired before I was. Okay. So the PDF was on staff before Jake the Viking. Good to know. And was actually the reason I got hired. Okay. So the PDF got Jake the Viking hired. So that would make sense why Jake the Viking now feels like he needs to defend him. I mean, before being hired, Charles Robert Jefferson sat down with Jimmy and Sue. We all know who Sue is. If you don't, I need to make my playlist now because it's my third Mr. Beast video. Sue is Jimmy's mom. Okay. And it's largely believed,
They
and it was
knew
reported
about
in
it.
Time magazine in a special feature, that this woman is kind of a little bit of the brains behind the operation and a little bit of the enforcer. Sue, Jimmy's mom, is a former lieutenant colonel in the Army, and she was the first female prison warden at the only Department of Justice military prison in Europe.
Whoa.
And that was her job. So she is a prison warden type, and she has complete and total control, as far as what it seems like in the public record, of all of Jimmy's fortune and Jimmy's personal finances. He doesn't have access to his bank accounts. He said as recently as I think February of this year. And Sue, she's really the one. She wears the pants in the Mr. Beast operation, it seems. So before being hired, this man sat down with Sue and Jimmy, and apparently,
knew
we're being
about
told in
this
this tweet,
dog.
apparently the PDF on the registry sat down with Jimmy and Sue is this born-again Christian type, and explained to them everything. So made excuses, it seems. He pled guilty, but he seems like he made excuses. So yes,
Nah, it's good.
Jimmy
That's what I
knew.
needed.
But again, this incident happened in 2010. No, it didn't. And I want to be very clear.
Freaking perfect.
This
That's not
incident did not
lame at
happen in
all. For
2010.
real. No,
This
that's what I was
incident
thinking.
happened in 2004. And 6 years later.
Okay, so
Let me
not
pull
4
up
years,
the-
6 years
I
it
have to
was.
blur this out. This is, I could have picked any one. I could have picked the National, I could have picked the Delaware, and I could have picked the North Carolina, but this one was the most convenient. This is the North Carolina S Offender and Public Protection Registry, and this is for public protection. This is for public safety, because it seems like we can't really get the truth around here. But look at down here, conviction information. The offense date, whenever he was 16 years old, and this was 11-year-old child, was August 20th, 2004. Okay. The conviction date was April 21st, 2010. The conviction date. Okay. So it does go to show that Jake, the so-called Viking, does not have a good or strong sense of what actually happened. He's so blinded by his loyalty to his family.
Look, he's probably so loyal to his brother-in-law that it's like beyond him. Like he's just literally just trying to cover it up or trying to like sweep it under the rug just because he feels his loyalty towards him.
That he's not actually bothering to have the facts right. And some of y'all might be saying, well, who cares really? You know, BJ, if he has the facts right on what year it happened, the point remains, you know, that what he did and when he did it maybe is immaterial. Sure. I think so. I think when he did it, if it was 2004, 2010, doesn't matter. He was 16, she was 11. For me, this is a spectrum, okay? Like, I know that some people think like one moment under the age of 18 is exactly the same of 0 days old, but for me, it's very different. For me, it's 11-year-old and 16-year-old. That is, I remember being 16. You're like a miniature adult. Now, that does not mean that somebody 22 should be taking advantage of you either.
That's true, right? You're more of an adult 16 than you are a kid compared to like 11. Like 11, come on, bro.
When you're 16, you're starting to become a young adult. And when you're 11, you are a full-blown child.
Exactly.
Okay? So what this tells me is that he's blinded by bias. He's not being careful and using due diligence to think about what the truth is and think about what the reality is and what the facts are. Now, devil's advocate, girl, he might be lying. He might lie on purpose. I don't think so. I think he just got it wrong. I think he just doesn't know. I think he just never bothered to go research. It's just taking hearsay. So what else does he go on to say? Charles Robert Jefferson was hired in 2017, 2018. He was also let go from the company before I was. Charles Robert Jefferson was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager, but in a couple videos, he was asked to partake because we needed people. Okay, ding, ding, ding.
A clue.
This is very important to me. Why? Because the video, the first video that I was able to see that Charles Robert Jefferson participated in on Mr. Beast's channel, it was a video called Destroyed Friend's House and Bought Him a New One. And in this video, they're destroying a house and they're replacing things in the house. Like
I remember that
the
video,
dryer
like
and the whatever, you know, stuff like that. Now, yesterday I did make the speculation that they were using a pre-planned home renovation as a business expense by making a video out of it. And I had a suspicion that this house didn't actually belong to Delaware, aka Charles Robert Jefferson, that actually maybe it belonged to Mr. Beast or his mama or Chris Tyson or somebody. And they were just kind of like making a video so they could write off some of these expenses as business expenses. And then at the end of the video, toward the end of the video, Jimmy hands over a bunch of his business cards to the PDF and says, go to the store and buy new stuff or whatever.
Obviously, we're not buttholes, so anything we destroyed, we're gonna buy you something 2 times better.
So I can take her shopping.
Have fun. But we have a lot of business cards because we spend a lot of money. We have a lot of business cards. There's about 6 of them. They each have a $5,000 limit, so have fun.
Meredith, you ready to go shopping?
Come on, let's do this.
Love after lockup is back.
Feels like a dream come.
Okay, so he's using these home renovations as business expense. But if you look at this tweet right here, it's saying he was asked to partake in videos because we needed people. So are you admitting that you needed someone to stand in there and pretend like it was their house, even though it actually wasn't? He was reluctant, the PDF, especially in the straitjacket video, because of his charges. And that's why he wore the mask. Now that's interesting to me too, because from what I was able to ascertain, this man was in 3 videos. He was in the destroying the house, pretending like that was his house. He was in
these other
I
ones with
spent
the mask.
24 hours in prison, and he was in I spent 24 hours in an insane asylum. Okay. So I thought it would be very obvious that the one he would be the most uncomfortable with would be I spent 24 hours in prison. Because in that video, they're talking about what would you go to jail for if you went to jail and laughing about crimes and stuff. And this man was on the registry. He was on the registry, had been for at least 7-8 years at that time, maybe more. So this man on the registry said that the thing he had the most issue with was the straitjacket. I don't know why that would be what he had the most issue with. It might also be that that was the most recent video and he started realizing how big the channel was and how people were probably going to figure out who he was, which people did do. So anyway, he starts wearing a mask to literally conceal what he had done, conceal his identity. We're being told, yes, if you speculated that the man wore a mask because he was hiding his identity and trying to cover up, then yeah, you were right. Now, Delaware's charges are set to be dropped this fall. Huh? How could charges be dropped when the man already said he was guilty and put his hand on a Bible and did all that? What I think this could mean, what I think it could mean, is that maybe he's going to be removed from the registry, or maybe his juvenile record would be expunged. The only way that I could see that a charge was set to be dropped is if somehow like a law might have changed or something, but I really don't think a law has changed. I think this means he's going to be taken off the registry. Now, this starts to make me wonder, are these little like false statements false on purpose? It starts to make me wonder, is it maybe not an accident that this man is saying wrong stuff? Is it maybe not an accident that he's saying, oh, it happened in 2010? Because in 2010, he would have been 21 and the girl would have been 16, which does, in my opinion, seem better. It's still, you need to go to jail, conservatorship or jail. The man never went to jail for this. He never served time for this.
It's still bad.
I'm starting to wonder, are these accidental misunderstandings of the facts, or is it intentional false statements? I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. Like I said, I don't know this man. But he's trying to tell me the charges are set to be dropped, which can't happen. I don't understand how that could happen. Maybe he can come explain that. I mean, a lot of people have this question. Charles Robert Jefferson has been nothing but a good person. Well, that's impossible. It's impossible because at the very least, Charles Robert Jefferson, when he was a full-grown adult at 21 years old, admitted and told a judge that he had intercourse with somebody of the age of 11 years old when he was 16. So at the very extreme least, he was lying about that. And he's the type of person who would lie and admit to doing something so egregious. So at the very least, he hasn't been nothing but a good person. So false. An amazing husband to my sister. Couldn't speak on that. And the best father. You know,
he has got 2 little girls, bro.
To my 2 nieces that I could ever ask for. I hope that whenever they're 11 years old, nothing like resurfaces in his mind. Okay, that's what I'll say. They want no part in this. Well, I bet they don't. But that is the risk that you do take whenever you marry a RSO. I'm sorry, that is the risk you take. And they just want to live their lives away from the limelight. Well, they shouldn't have been on a channel. They shouldn't have been on a channel with their faces not blurred out on videos that has 43, 48, however many million views. You just got to pick one. You can't have the benefits of the limelight and then decide you don't want the consequences of the limelight. I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations, and I do not blame them. Well, then, when you wrote this sentence, you should have backspaced the whole thing and went about your day, buddy.
Yeah,
Because
and
now look what you
deleted
done
the
did.
just
Hurting
say it
kids in any way
yourself.
is completely unacceptable. But in the case of Charles Robert Jefferson, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong.
Brother,
Brother.
what's that, brother?
He firmly believes Charles Robert Jefferson
Five.
did nothing wrong, even though he pled guilty to the fourth degree R, intercourse with 11-year-old. He pled guilty. He admitted he did it. So, in my linguistic opinion, that means this sentence means one of two things. It either means Jake the Viking is saying, I don't believe he did that. I don't believe he did it. I don't believe he did it. I think it's lies that he did it at all, the action of the 16, 11, whatever, which means he's calling the 11-year-old that grew up to be a 16-year-old a liar. And he's calling his own friend, Charles Robert Jefferson, a liar, because he's saying, I don't think he did anything wrong. He would be calling Charles Robert Jefferson a liar by saying, I don't think he did it, because Charles Robert Jefferson already said he did do it. Okay. The only other thing I guess that it could mean is, I know he did it. I know he was 16 with an 11-year-old, and I don't think that was wrong.
It was wrong, buddy.
What is he saying? He's saying that the 11-year-old that turned into a 16-year-old is lying just for fun. Lying so good that this guy pled guilty without a trial. Or you know that it happened and you don't think it was wrong. Either way, this should have stayed in the drafts. Actually, you should have deleted the draft.
They deleted that shit.
Look forward to the day the charges are dropped. They not getting dropped. This is false. Maybe I'm mistaken, but there's no dropping charges for something you admitted to doing, stupid. Now, people are very, very upset and offended. I want to read some of the responses people had, some things that people were saying in response to this. The fake TB says, the hypocrisy of you speaking out about how awful of a person Chris was for doing the same stuff as the person you're now praising is just saddening. If you genuinely cared for the protection of young people, you would keep the same energy regardless of the person. And I would say, look, listen, not that I'm a Ava Chris Tyson defender by any means. I hope that person gets what they deserve. But this isn't even the same stuff as Chris, because what I saw from Chris,
Exactly.
Ava Chris did not admit to doing anything wrong. Ava Chris said, I did not groom. No, I didn't. This person, Charles Robert Jefferson, he admitted it. He pled guilty, put his hand up and said, I understand my rights, I'm waiving my right to a trial and everything else. Anthony says, nah. LMAO, this MF was on Mr. Beast daily just to find out he kept the secret. I cannot. Now, to be fair, I don't think that he kept the secret. There are some tweets from, I didn't know about these at the time that I made my video yesterday, but there are some tweets from 2018 that Jake did admit this. He has admitted this. ZJ Majowski said, oof, your whole credibility is now tarnished. Should have stayed away from the conversation if you had those kind of skeletons in the closet. Goddamn, y'all had a whole squad of weirdos, Big Brother Thunder said. Oroku said, you need to clarify why the charges are being dropped. I agree with that. What is this charges drop thing? Because, I mean, I went to law school. I'm not an expert on this. I did go to law school. I never heard of somebody pleading guilty and 15 years later, the charges are dropped, girl. I think it's a conviction at this point. Jay says, when it's family, it's different, huh? Can't play both ways, man. Holly said, quote, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong. So do you think she was lying? Or do you approve of SA? Just wondering. And that's what I was saying with that sentence at the end, where it's, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong. It either means that you don't think he did it at all, or you think he did do it and it wasn't wrong. So clarify. I would like a clarification. If you're going to open your big mouth, I wasn't asking for nothing at first, but if you're going to open your big mouth and say something anyway, I mean, I do want to know what the charges drop thing is. I do not think that's true. That is a load of words to say you're a hypocrite. So when he was 16 years old, he had inappropriate contact with 11-year-old. Is that accurate? Yes, Jay. Anderson says the truth always comes out. Good post, Jake. Red Bearded Ninja said, this should be all the drama pages needed. People better start correcting wrong info. Dot said, you are one of the few going all out attacking Mr. Beast on absolutely every little detail, but as soon as it happens to be someone you know, it's just, I trust he's a good man. Hypocrite. Darth Potato said, he took a plea deal. If you're innocent, that's not something you take. Secondly, you never hire someone who has a case going against them for harming a child when your content is marketed toward children.
That's like the main thing right there, guys. It's like they marketed to children, and then they have these guys work for them, and they have charges like this. Like that's like where, like, damn, we should draw the line. Like, okay, well, you knew this, and you still did it. That's probably worse than even doing doing it at all. Like I'm just saying, it's like even worse than the actual crime, because it's like you're just trying to hide it, and you know that you market to kids, and this guy has these offenses on his record. He's part of the registry, actually. He's registered. Like, there's info on him. Like, for them charges to be dropped, he must have gotten one of those Biden pardons. And that's when they say that it's going to in a couple of months, all right? And isn't Biden's thing up in a couple of months or whatever? He might. He just might. But I don't know if you could even get a pardon for a crime like that. I think there's laws against that. Like, I don't think you could get pardoned for laws like that. I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, it's not, if you have any type of crime like that where you hurt a child, I mean, you shouldn't. I would imagine so, right? But what's good? Everybody good? That was just that surprise witness. We had to get into that content. I wanted to recap on that, because I can't believe what's going on with Mr. Beast, bro. That's crazy. This is the man of YouTube, bro, and he's literally like going through this stuff. It's pretty bad, bro. Like, it is. It's pretty freaking bad. On the other hand,
and they don't wanna see it, boy, driving in a drop top, knocking doors down, ripping doors from the padlock. And they just wanna see me put the nails on my forehead. I just want them brand new hundreds and them fresh bread. I still gotta clean my J's with a toothbrush. They stuck in your laces so they won't call you a poop. Make sure I put on them goggles right before I leave the house. If I'm not live streaming, then I'm sitting on the couch. Hey man, it's obvious you do not want this Fendi on my skull. I go through dispo after dispo, I got vapor in my heart. I put this hoe in night vision like I'm looking in the dark. Give your dog some treats before I kill you so they wouldn't bark. I was trying to watch a movie but my mind wouldn't let me. I need to change my screensaver, all I'm thinking about is Lexi. And so even if I died, you probably I'm about to distribute this carbon, I'ma let it rip. Don't come around bragging about garments, we gon' take it fit. And now the whole damn squad be rocking your shit. I think you lying off top, you ain't copping no zips. The game to feel my feet, the tracks, I'ma run it a bit. Now carry on, I look upon tracks to go bully on. These dudes are all square, cubes like bullions. If the tone was New York, I'm fucking Mayor Julian. I can't distinguish the two with Dex and Jonathan. One mine is slow and one is fast like an autobahn. So compile the dollars on, compiled like Amazon. Built from the ground up, you start with books and carry on. Now all I need is one song, still don't think that can happen. Or I'm slapping damn near passing every silent reaction. I'm cool, I got my own flurry, they undermine my fury. That bitch won't answer your questions, cut her off and talk to Siri. I got 98 problems, let me tell you a little something. The reason why it's 98 cause two bitches on one. I got 98 problems, let me tell you a little something. The reason why it's 98 cause two bitches on one. I'm about to distribute this carbon, I'ma let
I didn't have 4 years. I needed to start making a living and do it relatively quickly.
Start sooner, finish faster.
Responses to both videos have been really pathetic. Far, And both are
Shout
coming
out
from
Flacco, man.
Dogpack
Shout out Poetic
404, which is
Flacco,
a
man.
former Mr. Beast employee. Now,
You
he
that
dropped
guy,
a
bro.
part 1 and a part 2 exposing everything regarding Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast's responses to both videos have been really pathetic. In the first Dogpack 404 video, he exposed the fact that Mr. Beast fake his videos, even though Mr. Beast have been saying for years he doesn't fake videos. He exposed a couple of degenerate things that Mr. Beast have been indulged in, such as faking giveaways, actually employing and using family members and friends for videos and not random people, also manipulating children psychologically. It's a whole mess, right? Now, Mr. Beast had a great opportunity to just respond back, make a video, come on YouTube, and answer to these allegations. But Mr. Beast didn't do that. He, in fact, decided that he was going to sue Dogpack 404 or send a cease and desist letter to scare him. Shortly after the first video, Dogpack 404 would take to Twitter to announce that Mr. Beast actually sent him a cease and desist letter. However, the cease and desist letter isn't scaring him, and he's not going to stop exposing Mr. Beast. The cease and desist letter tells me that Mr. Beast doesn't have anybody around him that can be honest with him, and he doesn't have anybody around him who understands the temperature of the room. If the allegations are you are using money to exploit people, you're using money to protect people who are grooming children, you're using money to exploit people, you're using money, to harm people, you're using money to hide all the bad things you're doing, you're using money to manipulate people. If that's the allegations out against you, then using money to scare somebody into not exposing you any further, it doesn't really help the battle of public perception. It actually feeds into the narratives pretty well. Because if you're sending a cease and desist letter and threatening to sue a content creator that you know doesn't have anything. Listen, if you sue Dogpack 404, what are you going to get, a YouTube channel? Like, he doesn't have anything for you to take. So essentially, you're threatening this lawsuit knowing he really can't fight a lawsuit going up against you. So essentially, it's an intimidation tactic, right? And if you're doing this because he's exposing you, then what are you trying to hide? You see, Mr. Beast was supposed to make a YouTube video responding back to all the allegations. However, Mr. Beast decided he was not going to make the videos because, somebody advised Mr. Beast that, Dogpack 404 have a couple parts, right? Like, he has like a 4-part, 5-part series in his exposed piece. If you respond back on camera to part 1 and then part 2 is more damaging and part 3 is more damaging, then you would have to respond back to all parts. So like, to cut that out, don't respond. F that. If I'm Mr. Beast, I'm making a video to each part and debunking everything. Now, Mr. Beast won't speak for himself. However, he will speak through the media and through these blog pages like Drama Alert, right? You see, Mr. Beast will quote unquote leak an email, to Keemstar and Drama Alert, where like essentially this is like good PR, where like it lists out, a couple of things that he's doing to be proactive in improving the culture of his company. This is the time to address your audience and behave like you're a real human being and not a bot. Leaking your own email to Keemstar and Drama Alert and acting like it's a leak is the opposite of being genuine, all right? Like, you just wanted some good PR, right? But it's like good marketing strategy, right? And it's not the time for good marketing strategies, bro. It's the time to speak from your heart and be genuine to your audience. Now, in the email, Mr. Beast will go ahead and claim, that they are hiring a new human resource officer. They're doing mandatory training and listening sessions, anonymous reporting, and external review, right? So apparently, they could go ahead and have, a comfortable work environment for everyone and make sure he holds everybody accountable, which is cool. But bro, just speak. We don't want to hear about the diversity and equity training in your company, bro. We want to hear, did you collude with a groomer and Chris Tyson to groom children? Did you cover up Chris Tyson? Did you protect Chris Tyson? Did you go out of your way to make sure this story didn't get the light? Did you go out of your way to protect and hide Chris Tyson's allegations? That's what we want to know, right? Did you manipulate, torture, like your employees? That's what we want to know, right? Like this, like diversity and equity training, bro. Okay, cool, cool. And if you have nothing to hide, you got to start moving like you got nothing to hide. Because as of now, everything that Mr. Beast is doing, he's moving like he has something to hide. Like, for example, over policing his comment section and deleting any hint of a negative comment in his comment section it sounds like you're hiding something, right? Like you're trying to cover up the scandal. You're trying to act like, the allegations and the scandal is not taking place, which is wrong, bro. Like, over policing your chat, trying to hide the backlash and hide the scandal isn't gonna make the scandal go away. All that does is open up the people's mind to go ahead and search out the other platforms that are speaking about this scandal in the open and free, which is probably why dog pack videos are doing 10 million a piece, because you're over policing and you're trying to hide the scandal on your own channel, so people are going elsewhere and seeking the truth on these other platforms. As you see here, people are screen recorded and scrolling down Mr. Beast's comment section where they see negative comments and they click on it. And by the time they click on it, the comment is deleted, right? So all you see is the archive of the comment, but when you click on the comment to comment, the comment has been gone and deleted, by Mr. Beast team. But what comments don't get deleted? The positive comments don't get deleted, right? Like, Mr. Beast has returned. That don't get deleted. Dogpack 404 did drop a part 2 where he exposed a lot. He exposed the fact that Mr. Beast was employing a registered sex offender in whom they refer to as Delaware.
He'll be in videos. He'll be in thumbnails. He'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face can be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Do I have to? Is it more on the nose, or I don't know why they let him go, because
the person in question was the brother-in-law of Jake the Viking, who was actually a manager at one of the Mr. Beast facilities.
New, better, more expensive things. Basically give her a home makeover and surprise her. Like, what? Your wife's in Connecticut. This is actually perfect. What if we literally trashed everything again and then we replaced the house?
The person in question that you just seen in the video, his name is Charles Jefferson, and he's a registered sex offender. Now, he was apparently arrested for 4th-degree sexual intercourse with a victim less than 18 years old. Apparently, the victim's age was 11, and he was 16 years old at the time. Jake the Viking will take to Twitter to say that the case surrounding his brother-in-law is a little bit more complicated, than what meets the eye, that he believes his brother-in-law is 100% innocent. He didn't go to jail because he pled guilty. Listen, man, bro, if you plead guilty to something as heinous as having intercourse with an 11-year-old, bro, that's on you. All right. Now, Jake the Viking will say that, when Mr. Beast was hiring his brother-in-law was really open about the case to Mr. Beast and his mom, Sue, and they felt comfortable hiring him. Now, they fired him later down the line once a new manager came in to clean up, the internal works of Mr. Beast and his operations, and that manager was like, bro, wait, excuse me? Like, y'all have a sex... wait, y'all have a sex offender hired? Bro, no, he got to go. Like this PDF file has to go. And that's why he was fired. Not because of Mr. Beast, because of a new manager who came in and wanted to clean up the entire process. Now, Mr. Beast knew. And, and if there's any doubt in your mind that Mr. Beast knew, well, you can take a look at when, Ava Chris Tyson and Jake the Viking was going back and forth. Ava Chris Tyson will bring up the fact that, Jake the Viking had Charles in his family, and he will go ahead and hint towards Charles, being an offender, or being somebody who shouldn't be around the family and kids, and Jake the Viking is keeping him around the family. So if Ava Chris Tyson knew, Mr. Beast for sure knew. And Mr. Beast had the most pathetic response yet to the exposed piece of part 2. See, he got exposed for hiring a PDF file, a registered offender, to his company that catered to children. And you know what his response is to doing that? You guessed it. It's no response. That's pathetic. Bro, you owe your audience an explanation, and you owe people who supported you for years an explanation, bro. What's going on here? Now, I'm sure that everything can't be true. But for the things that are true, the things that can be verified, this is bad, and you need to fix it now. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of this? And if you're still watching, click on this video somewhere on my screen to find out about the huge no jumper drama.
Poetic Flacco's pretty damn good, bro.
you gonna shake my hand?
No, I have.
Okay, what's your name? You want me to sit down with you? What else you want me to do? Everybody with me? They with me, mama! You said if I just stop walking, I'll stop walking.
Yo! Everyone put their hands on their head. Everybody put their hands on their head. Everybody put their hands on their head. Come here. Do you have a firearm on you? Sir. Yo. Come here. Buddy, do you have a firearm on you? You have a firearm on you. You have a firearm on you.
Nobody has a firearm. Only person that has a firearm is the lady.
Come here.
She's the only one that has a firearm. And she threatened it.
Come here. I'm right here. Let's go over here. I'm right here. I'm gonna take his bag off you, right?
Bag is off you.
Just have a seat right here.
I'm having a seat right here.
Everything on you?
Nope, nothing on me. I rented this boat.
Okay. What's going on?
I rented this boat. The owners came on this boat. They kicked down on my door at 12 o'clock. I don't know what's going on. Ask them.
They knocked on. I don't understand what's going on. There was no fighting involved.
No fighting involved at all. Yo, Corey.
But you mind if I take his bag off you?
Yeah, that's right. It's my security right here. I'm on your boat.
It's Travis Scott.
I need you to hang up the phone.
Huh?
I need to get an understanding of what's going on.
I rented this boat.
Okay.
These are the owners. The owner pulled up. They told me I had to go at 12 o'clock. It's 12:52.
Okay.
I was in my room. The captain of the boat kicked the door open at 12, maybe a little bit before 12 o'clock.
Okay.
I told him it was disrespectful for him to kick the door open while I'm in the room with my friend.
Okay.
And then the owner pulled up, and I was like, why did you come to my security? This is my security right here. So right now, all we got is an owner, a captain, and his wife tripping. That's all y'all got.
Was there any fight?
No fight. All it is just I paid $20,000 for the boat. Basically, I'm gonna stand up because I ain't got no weapons. It's basically a boat owner and a captain.
So they knocked on the door because you say past 12.
They kicked the door open because it's past 12 o'clock. They want to kick things off the boat, but they kicked the door open and I'm on the water on this side, right? Now he wants to get. Now he mad because he think I don't know this. I don't know. He's like, oh, you been on my boat. It was fans when they first pulled up. But I wasn't getting off this boat because I felt disrespected because this captain kicked the door open.
Just have a seat for me.
I'm going to sit right here.
Have a seat for me. Wait right here.
I'm going to sit over.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Have a seat.
Just do what we asked you. Have a seat.
Done you anything?
No.
Okay. How you doing? What happened? Well, you're captain, correct?
Yeah. After we arrived here, charter was until midnight, and I went to the bathroom. I went to his car. I asked him to. Well,
he was on the boat already.
Yeah, this guy.
Everyone here.
Everyone was on the boat. So like,
was he the one fighting with you? Were you involved in the altercation, or you just witnessed it?
No, I was here. It started with me.
Oh, started with you. Okay.
Yeah. So I knocked the door, and he says like the door was kind of open. We said like, well, charter ends at midnight, right?
So he.
So it was like 20 minutes later, and was knocking the door. So like
to leave.
Leave.
Okay. So you
after 20 minutes,
you bring the boat out. They pay for it, and you take them out, and then you come back and they leave.
Yeah, we came back and says like, but then he says like, I don't want to go. So when I went back upstairs, and when he came out of the bedroom, he started pushing me like, hey, why are you disrespectful? Hey, what are you talking about? Oh, because you opened the door when I was with the girls. It's okay, whatever. Your charter ends at 12, so you need to leave the door.
Okay.
Okay, and then it comes out like then he was leaving, and I called the managers, the owners of the boat. I told them, hey, something happening here. I'm trouble here. This guy is he has a security guy with
that's
a gun.
That's his security.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and this guy has a gun or whatever. So I called the security guy when this guy started pushing me. I says, okay, let me call the security guy. I don't want to touch him, you know. I don't want to hit him or nothing. And then he started fighting with me, or like he said, no, it says, come here. I want to talk with you by myself.
Yeah, I think there's more people in there.
Yeah, there's.
He's the captain.
Okay, I'm the captain. 1188. So
let me give you a rundown real quick. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, he's the captain of the boat. Okay. The owner of the boat kind of like rents.
No,
it out.
he wasn't here.
No, I know, but the owner rents out the boat. People pay. He takes them out. Correct. They come back. They leave. He said they docked. he was supposed to leave. It was 20 minutes past the time that this guy was supposed to get over the boat. He said that he went to the bathroom.
We
That this guy
gave him like an extra 20 minutes, so like I was his courtesy, you know, like a...
Okay, so he said the guy was in the bathroom. He goes knock on the door, open the door. The guy opens it, and he starts pushing you, right? Like saying you just.
It wasn't a bathroom. It was a bedroom. So like
bedroom. Okay. So the guy didn't want to leave basically because he was in there with a woman, a female.
Yeah.
And then this is that's guy's his security.
So did someone push you? Was there any physical contact involved?
Many times.
Okay.
Look, no.
Hey,
Time out.
Sit down.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I ain't gonna lie though.
Sit down.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Hey, I told you to sit down.
Courtney on my kids. I'm sitting down with you.
Put your phone down. Put your phone down.
I'm with you.
Travis, true.
I'm with you. What's your name?
Officer Kamache.
Okay, Kamachi?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Kamachi. My name is
Nice to meet you.
Webster. Last name Webster. What's your name?
Alvarenga.
Huh?
Alvarenga.
You're not gonna shake my hand?
No, I haven't.
Okay, what's your name?
Relax. You're good.
I told you to sit down.
Hey, sit down.
Hey, listen.
Okay, what's your name?
You need to listen.
I just want to know names before y'all talk
don't
to
worry.
me. That's it.
What's going on?
I rented this charter. I rented this charter for a very good time. I ain't gonna lie, I had the best time of my life ever. I know my phone's on. This is the best time of my life I ever had ever.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They just want them.
I know they
Nothing. They just want them off.
I know they want me gone.
Do you have anything in that boat that you
Man, what? No. But what I want to do is have a real conversation. Because I'm a real turn person. I like to have a real good time, right? And when I rent something, to me, these boats out here in Miami ain't talking about nothing. A 90-foot or a 100-footer is nothing to me, regardless. If they renting boats out for 4 hours or 8 hours, it's nothing to me.
Okay, so what is it that you want?
I don't want anything. All I want is the respect, and I was gonna leave. But man, ain't nobody gonna move me off of nothing. They can call 911, 1011, 1111, but nobody's gonna move me off of nothing.
Hey, sit down. You see?
I will sit down. I will sit down.
You're not listening.
I'm with you.
Hey, let's take a walk. Come on, grab your stuff.
I'm with you.
Hey, grab your stuff. Thanks for hey,
Nah, I'm not gonna grab. Hey, security.
That's your security guy, right?
Grab that.
Damn, like that, bro?
Yeah, it's like that. On my kids, it's like that. On my kids, it's like that. Because it's billions up. On my kids, it's like that. Please don't. I'm gonna walk with you.
Wait.
Don't touch me. Listen.
Hey,
What you want
sit
to do?
down. I didn't tell you to
What
leave.
you want to do? You want me to sit
I
down?
want you to sit down.
You want me to sit down with you?
Yes.
What else you want me to do?
Because I'm going to check what you got in your bag.
Yeah, it's hard number hard drives and
Yeah,
laptops.
but listen, okay?
What else?
You want to be cordial? So
I'm
start
super
listening.
cordial. One thing you know about me, I'm the smoothest.
Don't just, just listen
You
to
gonna learn
us,
quick.
and that's it.
Ain't nothing on me, baby.
I'm telling you to sit down, and you still.
You asked me to
Listen,
check
you
that.
sit down.
Sit down. Make sure you check that backpack though.
Have a Scott.
Check that backpack, because you actually check it. What's your
Yes,
name?
I'm checking. Come and check.
Kamechi. Make sure you check that backpack. Mama, check that backpack. Please. You see how they get you up out of here? They tone you down quick. That's crazy. Touch me. See how they touch me? I'm chilling. So they sit down. I wanted to go
Have a Scott.
down. They don't want to check the backpack. Make sure you got you. You want to sit down or you want to check the backpack? I gotta sit down. Hey, Kameche. What you want me to do, Kameche?
Nothing.
Hey, security. You want to sit down or stand up?
You better sit down.
You want me to sit down?
Sit down.
You want me to walk? Come on now. Hey yo, I want to see them videos too.
Let's go, sir.
Hey yo, this is my game. This is my game right here. Everybody with me, 12 with me, baby. On the hood. I'm never gonna fall in the water, and I can swim.
Go with your security.
Everybody with me, they with me, mama. I'm walking with you.
Hey,
You walk,
you heard that? Hey, that's one warning you got.
I'm walking with you.
I tell you one more time.
I'm with you. What's your name?
Sergeant
Sergeant
Lemus.
Lemus.
Tell you one more time.
Kameche. Shout out Kameche. Shout out to the mother gang. MIPA. What's your name?
Yeah, as long as you're walking, you're good.
What's your name?
Yeah, as long as you're walking, you're good.
Tez, what's your name?
I already told you.
What's your name?
Alvarenga.
Alvarenga.
Okay, you start walking with me.
I'm walking while I'm walking. I know y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. Nah, I do gotta act right. You know what it is. I'm sober.
Don't stop walking, boy. I told you not to stop walking.
Hey, if I stop walking, you can lock me up. If I stop walking, I swear to God, you can lock me up.
Man, just turn around before you fall. He's watching you.
Man, what? You think I'm gonna fall? If I fall, you lock me up.
Don't fall in the water, bro.
Wait, if I fall in the water, you can lock me up.
There are 15 new jobs added to Indeed every second. So how do you sit?
Waiting for him to stop. Man, what? I know he waiting for me to stop. I know he want me to stop. I swear he want me to stop. I'm so far him. I swear to God, I'm gonna run through this motherfucker fence. What we doing, Swing? Your right is right there, right? What? Your right is right. Nope. Nope. That's your right. That's your right. It's my left. Your right, bro. My right? My right is what security ever tell me.
Security's carrying your bag too?
Yeah, he is. Definitely got both my bags. Come on, now. Hey, you know I'm right with you. How just big I am now? My bag right behind me. It's 2 feet. What you think y'all got going on? Huh? What y'all got going on? It's about 80 y'all. Car this way, where's that?
Hey, I want to thank Upside for sponsoring this Bodycam. Upside is a free app that gets you cash back on daily essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. When I pump my gas, I can use Upside. I mean, do you see how happy I am here? Just look at this. There are over 85,000 gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants on the Upside app, ensuring that cash back is always just around the corner. And yes, this is actual real cash back, no confusing rewards.
No, you ain't gonna do me like that. I need the whole squad to take me to the car. I need everybody to take me.
Yeah, the Chevy.
Everybody gotta take me to the car. I need the whole gang. No, that's a security man, bro. I need my whole gang to take me to the beat. Hold on now. Yes, sir, man. You know how we slide through this motherfucker. What my gang? Comanche! Yo. Nah, Comanche.
We've had enough of this.
Comanche!
Get your boy, man.
Walking me to the beat, Comanche!
Locking him up.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go.
We got other shit to do, bro. You're wasting our time. Just go.
Hey, y'all being good to me.
Hey, stop. Take care, bro.
Y'all don't do me like that. I need help get my bag.
So gave it to security.
You sure my
Yes,
green
I gave it to security.
my green Louis bag? It's a green Louis bag still on the boat right now. It's not. Don't wait. Check the car.
Hold on. What?
No green Louis bag back here.
Call the owner and see how you can get it back.
I need you to come with me though, bro. They gonna call you if I don't.
Call the owner and see how you can get it back.
I don't have no
Hold
owner
on.
number.
I'm gonna pay.
I ain't got nothing on me. Come on, brother.
How? Call the owner and see how you can get it back.
I'm on the phone with the lady that booked the room. I didn't book this.
We have to call her and get it.
I need you to help me though.
You're not gonna get back on that boat.
So I gotta call 911.
You're not gonna get back on the boat.
I don't need you to get. I don't need to get back on the boat. All I need you to do is walk back to me and let them know that I left a green bag on there.
All right, then stay in the car.
I know.
Then you're not gonna go back over there.
I don't want to go back over there.
Okay, then stay back in the car.
Can I just walk with you?
I already told you. No, you're not going back on the boat.
I don't want to go back on the boat.
That's what I'm telling you. Then wait over here.
It's so much room over here.
Okay, there's a lot of room over here too. You can wait right there.
Why do you think I'm aggressive?
I'm not being aggressive. I'm just asking you to wait right there.
I got a phone on the boat, bro.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm gonna ask you to wait right there, and then I'll go check for your bag.
I'm gonna go check
No,
your bag. I'm a legal citizen.
No, you can't go back over there. You can't go back over there.
I have a camo bag on the boat.
Okay, we're gonna go back in there and ask them.
Okay, can I get as much as y'all attack me? Can I? Okay. My vehicle is right here. I'm 10 feet from my vehicle. Okay. Am I leaving?
Camel bag?
Camo Louis Vuitton bag. Camo Louis Vuitton bag.
Okay.
That's my bag.
There were some females that had a lot of properties that belonged to somebody on the boat.
Who?
Were you with some females tonight?
Huh?
Were you with some females?
No, ma'am.
Did they have some bags in there?
I was by myself.
Okay, no problem.
No, ma'am. It's 5 feet away from me. As much as security as I got around me, that ain't got no weapon on me, I need as much help in securing my property so I can leave. So if I'm not gonna do nothing. I ain't got no reason to do nothing. Y'all got cameras on y'all chest. This is wasting y'all time right now. This like, cause my bag is on the boat. Y'all scared me. Y'all scared me. Y'all told me to leave now or y'all gonna put me in cuffs. You told me if I leave now, you put me in cuffs. I told you if I leave. Listen. I told you if you have anything left on the boat, if you had anything left on the boat, you said no, because you had all your belongings. It's 50 cops around me, bro. It's 10 of y'all. And now you're coming back and saying it's 10. I told you to leave, and now you're back. Because you told me to leave, and now I'm back. Why are you coming back? Because I left something. Because it's you. You told me you had nothing left on the boat. Because it's 50 cops, bro. It's 13 of y'all. You told me you had nothing left on the boat. Because it's 13. I didn't know if I had nothing. You didn't give me no chance. I tried to turn around and check. You told me do not go on that boat or you gonna lock me up. You said if I stop walking, you was gonna lock me up. Did you not? You said if I didn't stop walking, if I stop walking. Okay, back.
How you gotta do this, man? Come on, bro.
Okay, I'm right here. I'm right here. I need my bag. I came back. You had nothing left in the boat. I did. You can call the disturbance out here. You gotta calm down. What's disturbance? There's nobody there. There's the cops. Go to jail. Okay. I'm acting unruly. I'm acting. Where you applying? 2170.
I'm on arrival on the 32 at the marina. Show one in custody.
117 marina.
Like that? You did yourself like that. Even if I got someone on that boat that I chartered for $30,000, you gonna lock me for that? You got things back because I know someone on the boat?
Yes, 790.
And I asked about it. You gonna lock me up about it?
Yes, I'm pending. I have a 34.
I'm gonna ask you a question just because of who you are, man. Would you rather stay in my car until we do this whole transition, or would you rather me put you in the jail with other people?
I'd rather stay in this V.
Okay, I got you.
It don't matter to me, but I'd rather stay in this V. It's way more cozy. I just don't get why I'm back here.
It's a misdemeanor charge, man. Trespassing property after warning. That's it, bro. You'll be out in the morning.
I trespass after one?
After a warning.
After a warning?
Yeah.
But even if I left my bag into a boat that I rented with my...
The thing is, officers give you the opportunity to gather all your stuff. You said you didn't have anything.
Y'all didn't give me an opportunity. Y'all said I couldn't go back on the boat.
I wasn't there for that portion, man.
But the dude that authorized y'all to lock me up told me I couldn't go back on that boat. He told me to keep walking or he was gonna lock me up. That's what he told me.
This is Travis Scott.
He said if I stopped, he was gonna lock me up. That's on his camera. It's like this camera that's on my face right now. Yeah. That's on his camera. So you can check that.
I know, man.
And I will check that. I'm letting you know right now, bro. So I need you to really understand what y'all doing right now, bro. As you got this camera in my back face right now, bro. That's what he told me. He said if I stopped, he was gonna lock me up. He threatened me with cuffs. He almost pulled him out of his back pants. So how could I turn around and check if I had someone on the boat that I spent $30,000 on? And to be honest, man, I don't even be on boats like that. It's crazy. This shit is like a big ass waste of time. Because two of the charges you saying that they, I don't know, man. It's stupid. Yeah, how would you feel if you rented a boat for $40,000 and somebody keep the door open before you even had to get off the boat.
So what was the whole issue in the beginning, man?
There was literally no issue. It was just a captain.
They called us and said that there was a black male and a white male fighting. That's what they said.
And y'all came and attacked the black male.
Not like that, man.
But that's what happened. Y'all didn't even ask the white male no questions. Because the person that called y'all wasn't even the person that was in the altercation.
Who was it that called?
Huh?
Who was it that called?
They called y'all.
I'm saying, who was it?
You said, who was it that called?
Yes, sir.
It was the wife of the owner who wasn't even there.
Of the vessel?
Of the vessel.
So
who just showed up and seen a black person talking to a white person who said that I've been on his boat 40 times and I've never been on his boat until today. He was a fan at first. The owner was a fan at first. His captain was a fan at first. And then once his captain realized that his owner wasn't even fucking with him because he was a fan, it got sticky. And I only came back because I left something and then y'all locked me up. This whole shit is goofy. Like, for real.
What was the number again? 730-12.
But if you knew that the security guard had my bag, why didn't the cops just tell me that, man?
I thought, God damn.
What was that? What was that?
Go Parada. Can you send me a picture of an armband? I mean, I just got here and I'm just starting this, so I would say maybe an hour. All right. Yeah, he wants to stay in the car. I'm not gonna bring him over there with everybody else. Okay. Thank you. Bye. The air good back there, man? You want AC or anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You good?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Yeah. What's your name?
Manny Jazz.
Goo goo gaga, I'm a big baby.
Ugh, someone lost in fantasy. With DraftKings, you won't get locked into just one way to play.
So if I finish last, I don't have to wear a diaper?
Only if you want to. More fantasy games means more shots to win. We get you. So we got that. The crown is yours.
Come on, man. Well, y'all told me I gotta spend the night here?
Not here, man. At the county jail. But I'm sure they'll make. I'm assuming they make phone calls and they make it.
How am I supposed to make? I ain't called nobody.
No, when you get to the county jail, they'll let you make a phone call.
Bro, I gotta go to county jail for what? You said I gave a fake name. You know it's my real name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use that charge now. But there was gonna be 3 charges. Now it's just gonna be 2.
So what's the 2 charges?
Disorderly intoxication and trespass property.
Y'all didn't even breathalyze me to be intoxicated.
You don't have to breathalyze you, man.
How you know I'm intoxicated?
Because we smell it.
You can't be drunk in Miami?
You can, but you can't act a fool while you're drunk, man.
How am I acting a fool?
No, man, the whole time we were there, you were acting a fool.
How? What did I do?
There was a disruptance on the vessel. There was, I mean, the whole walking backwards thing and just, you know, there was a lot. There was a lot going on.
Man, you know it wasn't a lot going on. You've seen a lot going on, and you know that wasn't a lot. I walked off calmly.
No, answer, call back and message.
Gotta be some testosterone shit. You couldn't even let me go even if you wanted to, huh? You couldn't even let me go even if you wanted to, huh?
My sergeant's the one that made the call, man.
No.
So I gotta put, his name on here and everything. Obviously, he's my supervisor, so he's not gonna be the one to do it.
I get it. Sergeant got his pride. He got his pride today. He do. His pride so deep in it, he didn't even understand that his own, went to go check if my bag was on the boat. He didn't understand that I was just standing there because his own police officer was going to go check to see if my bag was on the boat. And I was walking back to my car and he locked me up. I don't even know what I was supposed to do. Even with you understanding, you telling me that security had my bag, I didn't even have an option. Because he told me if I turned around, I was going to jail. So I came back under the impression that I thought y'all would have been going. I don't know. Thinking that I could have received my bag either from the security or from the people that was on the boat.
Do you remember that part where you told that security guard to get out your car?
No, I told him to get out my car, but he should have left my bag in the car. So y'all should lock him up for stealing my property. Right or wrong?
Do we have his name? Or you know his
I don't know him. Only know him because the people that work for me hired him. And if he got off the boat and had my car, he should have left my property. Why would he leave for my property? And I came back and acknowledged that, bro. I didn't come back and acknowledge that I was coming to start a problem. I came back to acknowledge that I was coming back for my property. I didn't come to the boat. I wasn't on the sidewalk. I was in the parking lot. And y'all locking me up in the parking lot. It don't make sense, bro. I've seen way worse. I don't know. Officers and the other officers let me know that the security that I kicked out my car had my bag. I didn't know that.
Okay.
And so that's the only reason I put this in my phone and my bag.
Yeah, and we also went back to the boat to double check to see if your property was on there. There was nothing on
Okay.
there.
And he told me that the security left mine, but that's the security. And I told him, why didn't the security just leave the back of my car? I just didn't know that. I don't have his number. The security wasn't hired through me. It was hired through my assistants and everybody else. I have my phone and everything.
So that then, when...
And I understand that. I'm here by myself. I'm not here with nothing, nobody extra. It's me and so for 30 cops to pull up for me and 4 people, I'm not doing that.
It wasn't very cops. You gotta understand why we were there to begin with. What's the nature of the call, how the call came out.
I get it. But you understand, for the nature of the call is a little bit extreme. For an owner that showed up that was never there. For a captain
they
that
call
was,
us out there. They call us out there. So
that's why y'all have to listen to both sides of the story.
We did.
But I feel like everything was addressed to me. I'm the one in the backseat.
What took place for this to happen right now, I wasn't there for.
I'm not gonna lie, I understand how Miami guys run. Miami, y'all gotta respect the owners of the boats, owners of the water. I get it. If I own the boat, I will need the same respect. I totally get it. But at the same time though, that's why I left. But when I came back to realize that my phone and my other personal copy might have been on that boat. And I spoke to a cop before I got out the car.
What I'm going to tell you, like I mentioned earlier when we were out at the marina, there were 3 females who flagged us down saying they have a bag or 2 that belonged to somebody on the boat. They didn't say who the name was they belonged to. So I mentioned to you, when he came back, he said, hey, I left my bag, camouflage, whatever bag.
So that sounds like 4 people that left a bag on the boat that we all got.
Whoever that person was, we did our due diligence. We went to check the boat. There was nothing there. We checked the whole area you guys were at. And those females are no longer there. So we can't even contact them.
I don't know about the females. All I know
I
is
understand that.
when y'all came and addressed me, I was by myself. There was no females. When y'all came and addressed me.
I understand that. Listen to what I'm saying.
I hear you.